Now? Now is when we want to get all the injuries? Now? At this moment? At this point of the season? Now? Why? Why, universe? Why, world? Why now? Why now are we suffering the injuries of two of our most important players? Why now? We know what's happening with Barcelona right now for this season. Copa del Rey final on the 26th. Champions League semifinal against Inter Milan over 2 legs, and away from home will be the second leg. And then we're still fighting for La Liga title. And now we want to suffer injuries for 2 key players for our squad this season, Alejandro Balde and Robert Lewandowski, who have now been confirmed with injuries which will take them out for roughly 3 weeks each. Balde out for a minimum 3 weeks. More tests will be conducted. Lewandowski confirmed out to be out for 3 weeks. Now, this is great. This is great, guys. This is great. This is awesome. This is awesome. Our striker, who's been scoring over 40 goals this season, incredible, racing for the Pichichi, which at this point is looking extremely tough. Even though Kylian Mbappe, received the red card and stuff, but still, it's looking really tough now because 3 weeks he's missing. What, three league games now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome. Alejandro Balde, our only good left back, because don't even mention the name Gerard Martin around me, because he is the last guy I ever want to see in our starting 11 ever again. But unfortunately, it's what we have to deal with. It's the cards that we're dealt, because we have no other option. I mean, I personally would like to see Hector Ford play there, but I don't think Hansi Flick really trusts him because we've barely been seeing him play at all this season. So at this point, it's all Gerard Martin. It's all we got. And now, the only thing I can really say about this situation is Gerard Martin and El Tiburón Ferran Torres have to step up, because there's no other option now. We're here. It's done. This is where we're at. This is what we have to deal with now. And now Gerard Martin and Ferran Torres, the substitute for these 2 players, these 2 key players, especially Balde, have to step up now. Gerard Martin, I've already expressed my opinions about him all season long, how much I dislike him as a player playing left back. He just doesn't have the level. He offers nowhere near the level that Balde offers us. Nowhere near. I've said countless times throughout the season that he's improved for us. Yeah, for sure. I can admit it. He's improved under Hansi Flick. But as a substitute, as someone who could come in during the dying minutes after we already dealt with the game, not to start every single game, because he, going forward, is useless. I hate using that word. I hate using it, but it's the truth, because his final third movements, his final third crosses, passes, they're awful. They get to no one but the opposition. And then him trying to dribble past players, yeah, good luck, buddy. It's never going to happen. It can't happen. It's not possible for him. He just doesn't have the ability or the confidence to do it the way that Alejandro Balde does. Now, defensively, we know his biggest weakness is the fact that he has absolutely no chemistry with any other person in the back line to perfect that high line. Because we've seen all the memes about him, how he struggles to really just stay in line with everyone else. Knows when to push up. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to do it. Because he always goes like, he's always looking back and forth like, do I push him down? No. He doesn't know what he's doing out there, guys. He is a liability with the system that Hansi Flick wants to play on the pitch. Biggest liability on the pitch, now that Balde's out. We saw against Celta Vigo how he had a disaster class, both defensively and going forward, offered nothing. But the main problem was the fact that he couldn't hold up the defensive line. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. And in this Hansi Flick system, either you perfect it or you're screwed. You're screwed because we saw the goals that Celta Vigo scored against us. Easy ass goals where they just easily got through us. On Martin's flank too. Easily got through us. And easy goals for them. Easy goals for them. So if we play like that against Inter Milan, I don't even want to think about it. I really don't want to think about it. So Gerard Martin, all I have to say is, buddy, start stepping up. You have to step up. This is your time. This is your moment to really be like, all right, I came from La Masia for a reason. I came from La Masia for a reason because I was set up to play with these players for this team, for this badge. Now, please, I beg you, show it. Show it. Because I can give you A for effort all the time because you give 100%. But it's just that your 100% isn't good enough. Isn't good enough for the system and going up against the top teams. Your biggest test this season so far has been against Borussia Dortmund, where you struggled. Let's be honest, you struggled. That third goal that they got, unacceptable. As much as it was Araujo's fault, it was also your fault for letting that cross go through. So, now you have to play against Inter Milan and Real Madrid. Not once, but twice. For the Copa del Rey final, a trophy that's going to be beneficial for our treble win. I mean, not beneficial, needed for this treble win. And obviously, the Champions League against Inter Milan, which is even tougher than going up against Real Madrid. Even tougher. So on the right hand flank, you're gonna have to go up against Rodrigo, who Rodrigo isn't a right winger. You know, he's not his best position, but he can definitely cause damage there. We've seen it. He can cause damage there. And Gerard Martin on a one-on-one, he's not the greatest. He's not the greatest, especially if you beat him for pace. He's cooked. His main attribute is his physicality. He's strong. You know, he's a big guy. But when you get through him, he's done. He's not catching up. He's not doing anything from there. It's going to be up to Inigo, Cubarsí, or Araujo, who's ever playing center back, to fill in for him. So, all I can say is this is looking scary. Our left back situation is looking scary. Because, wow. Balde is a huge miss. Huge miss. Hopefully he comes back for the second leg of the semifinal. Hopefully we can hold on in the first leg, which I'm still confident that we can beat Inter Milan. But it's just that Gerard Martin being on that left flank, on the left-hand side, is just giving me no confidence, both going forward and defensively. Like that side is going to be practically useless for us because we already know Rafinha on that side is not going to offer much if he doesn't have someone supporting him like Balde was for him throughout this whole season. And Gerard Martin's just not going to offer it. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. So, Flick, just work your magic with him. Just do something with him because he needs to step up. He is the main liability right now. With the two major losses that we're facing. Now let's move over to Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski this season has scored over. I'm pretty sure he's only on 40 goals this season on all competitions. Impressive. From someone who we considered finished last season to scoring 40 goals this season is incredible. Incredible. Props to him. Props to Flick. I don't know what he's done with him, but he's definitely motivated him to step up this season for sure. You know, definitely fighting for the Golden Boot, which I think at this point is not going to happen because Gyökeres literally just scored a hat-trick recently, so it's not going to happen for that Golden Boot. But the Pichichi was definitely a priority for sure. For sure. But now it's looking tough that since he's going to be out for 3 weeks, hopefully he just has to hope that Kylian Mbappe doesn't start scoring, which under Ancelotti, the way they're playing, the way their attack is, him playing as a striker, is looking tough, but still, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So, again, Lewandowski for sure has not been perfect this season. He's definitely been frustrating in multiple occasions. But the one thing about him is that he's a bagsman. He's an elite goal scorer. He's a fox in the box. He knows what to do inside the box. When you feed him, he can take advantage of that and score goals for you. We've seen it this season, for sure. The games where he just looks so frustrating, so bad on the ball, his first touch, everything looks so off it. But then out of nowhere, he gets you an important goal. The one that really comes to mind was the one against Atletico de Madrid, where he was playing an awful game. We were struggling. We were 2-0 down. And then, like that, gets a goal for us. A world-class striker goal. That's what we need from him. And that's what we get from him this season. He's been great on that aspect. But again, he has been frustrating. Now that he's out for 3 weeks, which is a major loss, because Lewandowski, not only is he an elite goal scorer, but he's also a leader on the pitch. He's a person that, out of everyone in the squad, is the only one who's actually won a treble, who's actually won a sextuple, who's won all the trophies, who has that experience of being a champion. He's the only one from our squad. So that's another major loss, because we're going to lose that leadership on the pitch, that encouragement on the pitch. And now, El TBD, Ferran Torres has to step up. This is his moment. This is his time. Because before I started the YouTube channel, when Ferran Torres signed under Xavi for, I think it was around 50 mil from Manchester City, right? I was excited with the signing because I really liked him at Manchester City. He had a lot of potential. A lot of potential. He started off strong at Barca, but then from there, slowly died out. He wasn't the best. Wasn't the best for sure. But he was always a player that, I would chat with my friends. We have our group chat, we chat, we talk about football, that's, what boys do. And he was always a player that I would back up. I was like, we have to give him a chance. He has the potential. He really showed it for me in Spain and in Barcelona occasionally. But in Spain is when I really saw that this guy has the potential, because he would flourish under Luis Enrique. He was scoring a lot of goals. He was always getting called up for a reason, right? Because he was good. But then, again, slowly going down. Last season didn't do anything. So it was definitely frustrating with him. And this season I've been frustrating with him too. The beginning of the season he's been very frustrating. He was very frustrating. He was in nowhere near the form that he's in right now. And you can look at my past videos, my past streams. I was pissed with him. But he's always a player that I saw the potential in him. Because his movement was great. He has great movement. He knows when to get to the right spaces, how to attack the ball, how to be that sneaky little striker that gets in behind the defenders. He knows where to go, where to be at to try and get goals for us. He has that. The main frustrating thing with him is just that he's been inconsistent ever since joining Barcelona, where he will get the right opportunities, he will get in the right spaces, but either his first touch will fail him or just his finishing touch had been awful. His finishing touches is awful. But now, this second half of the season, where he's mostly come in as a super sub, he's been bagging so many goals for us. It's impressive. I didn't think he was able to be able to do this. A player that a lot of Barca fans were considering we have to sell. We had to sell, but at this point, he's our super sub. He's the main guy that we, are screaming to come off the bench to get us some goals, to help us get back in the game whenever we're losing, whenever we're down. Like, he's been that guy, and he's been important for us. So important for us this season. Because when you want to become a champion, not only do you need a strong 11, but you need a strong bench. You always need a strong bench. Players who cannot come on the pitch and create an impact. And that's what Ferran Torres has been this season for Barcelona. But now, no more of that. Now, you are going to start. You're going to start for the remainder of the season. Well, for the next 3 weeks for the time that Lowe was out. Hopefully, he'll be able to make it back. We don't know. But for these next 3 weeks, you're going to have to step up, Ferran Torres. This is your time. This is your moment. We know he can play a lot of positions up top. He's played right winger, left winger, striker. And this season, we've been getting a lot from him playing the striker role, right? Now, it's tough with Ferran Torres. Because, again, the inconsistent aspect of him. He's very inconsistent. There are moments where he has a game, and then the next, where are you? Against Celta Vigo, he got a banger, and then after that, disappeared. He's not consistent enough throughout a whole 90 minutes. Now, when he has to play against the big teams, the big boys, it's going to be even tougher for him. Because against Real Madrid, the only game I can remember of him actually coming for us and performing was the 4-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu, which was, 3 years ago? 3 years ago was the only time I've ever seen him step up against Real Madrid. This season, we haven't seen much from him. He would come in as a sub, but at that point, we already had the game killed out, so it doesn't really matter. So now he's going to have to show it against Real Madrid twice. I mean, maybe Lewa might make it for May 11th game at the Montjuic, but I doubt it. I doubt he'll be 100%. I think Ferran Torres will 100% just be our main striker until May 11th. Until this, from my last video that I made about the trouble video, that schedule where we had Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Real Valladolid, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, like, it's going to be Ferran Torres for all those games. I can assure you that. Against Inter Milan, this is going to be his biggest test, and I think this is the game he's really going to struggle in, just because Inter Milan are so defensive, so compact through the middle, like in their box. They're so compact. They're so tight. They play so tight that he's going to really struggle trying to get goals for us. That's really honest about him. That's gonna be honest about his performance for that game. He's not gonna put up a great performance because that's just how it's gonna be very difficult for him to really get involved for us against Inter Milan. It's gonna be tough. So this is where his, elite abilities have to come out. Something needs to be born from him in these games to show that he, for one, should stay in Barcelona for the summer, for one, and for two, that we bought him for a reason. Because we saw the potential in him. We bought him he's a young guy. He's still a young guy. So we bought him for a reason. You're playing at FC Barcelona, mate. You see that flag back there? You're playing for FC fucking Barcelona. We're going for the treble. This is your time. This is your time, Ferran. You have to do it, Birdie. You have to do it. Please, I beg you. Do it. Why do we have to suffer injuries now, man? Sake, bro. Hell, man. Why now, universe? Just why now, man? But yeah, guys. The other experiment we could really do is, maybe play Dani Olmo as a false nine and then have Fermin playing behind him, blah, blah, blah. But something I've noticed about Hansi Flick is that he doesn't like playing players out of position. That's why Hector Ford hasn't been playing as a left back over Gerard Martin. That's why, the only player that's really playing out of position is Rafinha. So that's one thing we can for sure see, get from Hansi Flick is that Ferran Torres and Gerard Martin are going to be as starters for these next couple weeks. No one's going to change. He's not going to do any experiments at this point because, for one, Ferran Torres has been stepping up for us, for sure. And Gerard Martin is the only real left back that's been playing as a substitute left back for Balde. So now he's the only option that we can really play. So, yeah. Man, it's tough. It's looking very tough for us, guys. It's looking very tough for us. Can we do it? I want to say that we can. I want to say that we can because Lewa's miss is because of clutchness and because of leadership. And Gerard Martin's Balde's miss is because of every aspect on the defense. Every aspect. That's a whole side that's going to be a major liability for us. I guess we'll see on April 26th because that will be the first real test for these two players. That will be the first real test if they can do it. I hope you guys can do it. Please, I beg you to do it. And if you guys can't do it, then Inigo Martinez, Pau Cubarsí, Araujo, Eder Garcia, Jules Koundé, step up for Martinez, please. Step up. Take it to another level. If Ferran can't do it, Lamine, Rafinha, Dani Olmo, Fermin, Pedri, Frankie, please do it. Please step up. Please take it to another level. Because we cannot afford to lose any more games if we want this treble. I know you guys are eyeing the treble. I know you guys have it in your dressing room. Treble, treble, treble. Going all around the dressing room that you guys can do it, that you guys can win in. I know. You feel it right here. You feel it right here. So it's time. Guys, take it up another level. It's time. I beg you. Vizca Barça. Y nada más.